Well, I was a new guy on the block. I'm not a kid at this point. I'm like 42, 43. The scene would be Rick Deckard meeting Rachel, who is, we don't know at this point, is a replicant. We think is simply an extremely beautiful woman.
It's artificial?
Rick is being introduced to Rachel by a man called TYRELL. TYRELL is the head of this giant corporation, probably bigger than anything that we know of today. And it's, in a sense, it becomes a kind of competition between the skill of Rick Deckard as a Blade Runner and deducing whether or not Rachel, in fact, is human or otherwise. In the scene, there's this device which is called a voigt-kampff machine, which measures the blink and iris reaction to question, therefore, in a funny kind of way, is a perfect lie detector. And Rick sits at a table and opens up the machine, focuses on her eye, and starts to ask her the questions.
Shows you his butterfly collection plus the killing jar.
I take him to the doctor.
To Rick Deckard, it's just a job.
Replicants are like any other machine.
He appears to be oblivious to the beauty and is unimpressed by what he sees. And at the end of it, he says, how can she not know what she is? How can it not know? He calls her it. So obviously she's a race apart. So I've done a lot of fashion, a lot of Chanel, things like that, and television commercials. Would be my third film in. And so I was very aware, very aware of cosmetics. And I didn't love the hair on the first day. So I said, you know what, can we take the hair down? And so what I did, I sat in there and kind of fundamentally went through the hair again and the makeup again. I think I ended up painting her lips, actually. And I always thought of an actress, I mean Hedy Lamarr, who had a severity which was spectacular.
Of course it is.
I'm making the film at a time when digital doesn't even have a word. I said, how the hell do I differentiate between a replicant? I need to have light in their eyes in the way that the leopard's eyes in 2001. And I said, how the hell do I do that? I want it there occasionally so it's not insistent, it becomes too robotic. Every now and again I want a glint. So he said, let me think about it. This is typical Doug, who came up with a simple half mirror. You have a sheet of glass which is half mirror, and the mirror is mounted on the camera in front of the lens at 45-degree angle. On one side, just behind the camera, in those days we call a pup, a very small light which is on a dimmer. You just turn it up with the subject sitting here, looking straight into the camera. You turn up this light, which is reflecting from the mirror into the lens, but it's not being photographed in the camera. And she moved, and you got golden light on her from her retina. Genius. I was always accused in my all my films I've been accused of being too visual, too pretty, and I'm going, well, we are dealing in pictures, so how can I be too visual? So I was very defensive of what I did. So it was a tray of water with mirror pieces in the bottom, and somebody's doing that of a hard light, and the light's doing that and lapping on all of the walls. There was the sets for The Shining, and so one evening I drifted into the ballroom where the bar was in the corner, and that was pretty spectacular set. When I saw the film, the barman came on, and it was Joe Turkel. I went, there he is. And I wanted a kind of almost comic strip, the darkness of a dark comic strip. And I searched through a comic, and I found these glasses, and we made him.
Indulge me.
Joe, God bless him, 30 years on, looks exactly the same as he did then. I think he's pickled.